Okay, I'm gonna try to make this video. So, first of all, there's some things I should say before I make it. First of all, I might be uploading this to my new channel because, unfortunately, I've lost my email and my password and stuff. So I'm gonna have to start over here, for now at least. And, I want to do a video talking about my top favorite shows. And, old Quayar, he made a video like this, but it's like he said in his, I'm not copying anyone, I'm just, gave me the idea to do a similar video. I'm just taking influence. So, yeah, I only have 6 shows written on here, and, surprisingly, only 2 of them are cartoons. The rest are actually really old live-action shows, because I just really, all I really watch mostly besides cartoons. Any live-action show I like is always an old show, it seems like. But, yeah, this isn't in any order, but here we go. First show I want to talk about is Bonanza. Now, Bonanza, it isn't like all the other shows I'm going to talk about. It's a Western, but Bonanza also, it had like a lot of really funny episodes. The characters were great. It's about an old man named Ben Cartwright. He lives on this giant ranch called the Ponderosa with his 3 sons, Adam, Hoss, and Joe. And the characters are great. I mean, Hoss had really funny moments. I really liked how Joe, was always getting the goalers and stuff. And it wasn't always funny. It was serious sometimes, funny sometimes, but I really liked Bonanza. But I don't watch it that much anymore. It's on TV all the time, though. But that leads me to my next show, which, by the way, also is on TV all the time. The Andy Griffith Show. Now, I made a salute about this show before, but I deleted it. I could do a way better salute on it anyway. But it's about a guy named Andy Taylor. The actor's name was Andy Griffith. The character's name was Andy Taylor. It's about this guy named Andy Taylor. He's a sheriff in a little town called Mayberry, which my small town is actually kind of like Mayberry, by the way. But it's about, he's a sheriff in Mayberry. His best friend is his deputy, Bonnie Fife, which is a really funny character. And then there's a lot of other good characters. There was tons of characters on the show. Gomer, Goober, then there was Bonnie's girlfriend, Thelma Lou. There was Andy's son, Opie, which I think is like the 3rd main character, I'd say. Floyd, the barber, Otis, and, I like Andy Griffith's show, or Mayberry, as I usually go around calling it. It's a great show. It's a classic show, and it's a really heartwarming show. I think everybody likes it. So, yeah. Then, that leads me to my next favorite show. This one I talked about on my channel a lot, which I did with Bonanza too. The Three Stooges. Now, The Three Stooges wasn't technically a show. I think we all consider it to be a show, but it technically wasn't. It was technically a series of short films, back from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. But I love the Three Stooges. I love Moe, Larry, and Curly, but there's also Shemp. If you don't know, Shemp was Curly's replacement, but Shemp was also Moe and Curly's brother, and Shemp was great. I honestly liked him a little better than Curly. And then they had a guy named Joe. I'm not really a big fan of Joe. I used to be, even though most people don't really like him that much. But I decided I don't really see much in him. His shorts weren't as good as the Shemp and Coley shorts, but you know, he wasn't that bad. He was alright. And then there was Coley Joe, who wasn't in the shorts but made movies with him. But I love the Three Stooges. To be honest with you, I don't really watch it as much for the comedy. I like watching it more just for the plot, something to watch and stuff. I'm not saying it wasn't funny. It was really funny. Okay, that leads me to my next show, the first cartoon on here, SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I don't think anyone needs to know what this show is. Everybody knows what SpongeBob is. But especially seasons 1, 2, and 3, just like such funny stuff on it. Like such memorable moments and such funny stuff. SpongeBob is a really good show. But I don't really want to talk much about it, so. And then, I got a lot to say about this show. Then let's see, what number are we on? 5th favorite show. Not really my 5th favorite show, but the one I had listed as the 5th. My 5th show I love on here is The Monkees. Now, The Monkees is like one of my favorite shows, definitely. I mean, it's a show, if you don't know, it's a show about 4 boys in a band, and it was based off the Beatles. They were kind of a Beatles ripoff, but I mean, they were just inspired by the Beatles. It's based off a movie the Beatles made called A Hard Day's Night. They made it into a TV show, and this is a really great show. There was Davy, Mickey, Peter, and Mike, which unfortunately 3 of them are dead now. Mickey's the only one still alive. But they did a bunch. The reason it's so good is because, like, a lot of the episodes, they just went on really cool adventures, and really funny stuff happened in every episode. And you know, I love music. You know, as someone who wants to be in a band herself, it's really an inspiring show, and I really love it. Now, I guess the last show I'll talk about is VeggieTales. Now, VeggieTales, probably everybody knows this show too, which probably everybody knows most of the shows on here, if not all, but VeggieTales is a Christian cartoon, basically about these vegetables that talk about the Bible. Not much to say about it, but I love VeggieTales. For the record, it's a new episode, but I think my favorite episode is one called Saturday Night Fever, because again, I'm a big band and music person. I really liked that episode, even though some people didn't, because if you didn't know, that episode's about a band, so, and I especially like 4-piece bands. But anyway, yeah, I guess that's the end of the video.